Right, welcome back. Okay, so you want to build a super heavy one. Remember this? I've just done the video on it. We'll call it 2. Okay, let's get rid of the launch clamps. Let's get rid of the winglets. Let's get rid of these extra pieces of fuel tank. Right, if we do the space tape now without those fuel tanks on, they'll go around all 8 tanks. Wonderful. So you want a heavy one. You want a heavy one. Let's go build a heavy one. So we take a radial decoupler, and you notice that still with 8 times symmetry on, it still puts it on the outside of the inner 8 tanks. Let's go ahead and switch it to single for the time being, and then we go right ahead and get ourselves another orange tank. It's on there about like that. No, I wasn't close. Wasn't close? Wasn't far off, rather. And then we take another mainstay, chuck it on there like that. Then we grab it there like that. Drop, rotate, grab. Hopefully that'll make it behave itself now. Just rotate up for alignment. Yeah, pretty much like that. And then we'll go for 8 times symmetry. And hey presto, we have 8 times symmetry. Lo and behold, unsurprisingly, we now have stuff really in the wrong place. Mainly these here, these 2. But anyway, from the inner section, remember this tank and its opposite were the last to go. This tank and its opposite being the first to go. Now, the first thing I notice is something really screws gone on with my fuel feed on this side. That would be... well, it can't possibly be a bug. No. Definitely not a bollocks. I forgot I was on 8 times symmetry mode. No, that's not a bug either. I do believe the Kraken's chomping away at my saved game again. Seem to be having issues today and in the last 24 hours with the Kraken. Right, there we go, that's fixed. So, this tank and its opposite will be the first ones to drop. However, that being said, if we use the fuel pipes here, put them, and chuck you over there, this tank, which would normally be the first to drop, is now being fed from this tank. Guess what else you can do? You can have that tank being fed from this tank, and this tank being fed from that tank, and that tank being fed from this tank. Do you get where I'm going with this yet? Let's go finish it off, shall we? That one feeds that tank. That one feeds that tank. That one to that one. That one to that one. Now this one becomes the last tank to drop. Now of course we really want some space tape. So what I would recommend doing is not doing it like that. Bear with me. Just to 8 times symmetry and go in. That does it that way. That does it that way. Make sure they're either parallel or slightly splayed out. And then you want to do the same again at the bottom. Just like that. And then go between the tanks. Like this. And finally, and by no means least, if you have the clearance here, then I recommend doing something similar to that. Now you can also cross brace, but you only really need to do that if you're doing air combat manoeuvring. Let's put it that way. So we're going to go into winglets, chuck some on here, chuck some on there. Looking good. We just need to sort the staging out now. Excuse me. Right. First one to go is this tank here, on this side. So, we need to go and find it. Now, I find quite often this to be a roll pin, but 2, 3, 4. Really wish you could ungroup them, group and ungroup them, rather than letting it do it automatically. Right, the white one is this one. No. Darn it. Let's try this again. That one. So go to there. And then this one next. Oops. Hover over it. Which one goes white? That one. To there. This one's next. Oops. Oh no, I've just broken it. Ooh, pretty. Thank God for Control Z. And then I just realised I've put these in the wrong order. Don't! Again. That on. Well, they're in the wrong order. Oh, what a shame. You know, it's just... See, that one will be the first to go, so that gets dragged all the way down to here. That gets dragged to there. And that gets dragged to there. So, just to check it, first one to go is that one. So stage 9, stage 8, yep. Stage 7 is that one, yep. Stage 6 is that one, yep, wonderful. Right, now we work on the opposite side, which is this side here. So we expand them. That one. Here's the first one to go. So it's stage 6. No, it isn't. It's not stage 6. I've put this in the wrong stage. It's stage 9. Because it's the first to go. And this one, which is that one, which goes on stage 8, it's the second. Expand that. That one there. Then stage 7. And that one, which is the only one left, has to go into stage 6. And there we go. How's it launch? Well, tell you what. Actually, I'm going to want a separator on that, because if I don't, we'll be killing Kerbals. No killer Kerbals! Just for showing off here, we'll just take a tanker into orbit. Right. So that's 8 full orange fuel tanks connected to that a little bit. Shall we see if it flies? Save. Launch. Is it gonna launch? Is it gonna blow up? Is it just going to kill all my Kerbals? We just don't know. Is the Space Kraken going to come along and gobble them all up? Who cares? They're immortal. Screw it. Let's launch. And go. Oh, bollocks. Yeah, this is going to just end badly, isn't it? Whee! And you know what happened there? I don't even need to look at the report. I really don't need to look at the report. Everything broke because we didn't have the launch clamps on. Somebody forgot the launch clamps. Don't. Can we get a launch clamp in there? We can indeed. And the launch clamp is clear of everything in there. Looks good to me. See if we can make things go boom again. And yes, no, maybe, possibly, or it can just shake like a wet lettuce. Anything broken? Nope. Well, let's go for a launch then, shall we, before it throws a hissy. God darn it. Mental note. When you put launch clamps on finally, after remembering to do it, make sure they're in the right separation group. Yeah, 8 in one, 8 in the other just isn't gonna cut it. Literally. Throttling up. Let's see some. Make sure we haven't broken anything. Nope. And go. Now we've broken something. Save the Kerbals! Save the Kerbals! Where exactly is that going? Really? No. So, we blew up again. But that isn't because of our launch stage. So, we'll fix that. It never happened. Honest. Just a little bit more space tape and we'll be just fine. Never happened. See, if you ever have an issue like that, it never happened. Just whack on some space tape and say it never happened. So just like this. It's perfect. Right? It never happened. Repeat after me. It never happened. And then take a swig of coffee. Plenty of coffee is everything you ever need to make any spacecraft work. Now something looks like it broke. Look, I attached orange tanks as a quick payload. It's supposed to be a quick payload. And what's going on with the winglets again? Really? They're flying around like the butterflies. somebody give me a minigun? It's supposed to be a quick payload. It turned out to be more trouble than the actual rocket bits. You know what, if in doubt, just use a load of space tape. As long as everything stays on, and everything stays together, and everything does its job, does it really matter how much space tape you use? Answers on a postcard, please. Yeah, and I'm refusing to Really? Really? Are you absolutely kidding me? No, I was going to say I'm absolutely refusing to edit this part out. Yeah, no I'm not, screw that. Right, so much for being an unedited tutorial. Right, nothing has broken. Look, see, nothing broken. Nothing going to break. Throttle up and let's go. Really? Are you kidding me? You have got to be kidding me. Well, as you can see, so it will eventually recover, I think. It's doing an impressive flight, at least, anyway. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, well that's made a right mess of things. I'm not quite sure what went wrong there, so we're going to revert to launch. Anyway, as you can clearly see, as we're going through the staging, let's go up to about 2/3 power here. That might be a little bit easier for the joints to handle. As you can see, 2 going down. They run out, we stage and drop them. 2 are going down faster than the others. They've gone, stage, and we drop the tanks. That's the whole principle to the asparagus-based staging. Two more gone, drop them. No, I didn't put the SAS on. Oh well. 2 more about to go, and drop them. And that's the entire outer stage is gone. So we're about halfway through. coming up for 5,000. Now we are quite inefficient with this burn because we've only throttled down to basically 2/3. Or rather, we've only throttled up. Oh, bugger, not another one. Oh, we had a slight failure there. Which does sometimes happen. As you can see, if you look on the centre section, it has snapped a few of the struts. So it will, of course, float upside down. And all hell's about to start breaking loose. But you get the idea. These things are here to try our patience. But hey, if everything went right, this would be a very boring tutorial. I'm sure there are people that are sat there chuckling away that everything's gone horribly wrong. Again. But anyway, you get the idea of that stage. That's how you build it. Go away and build it. And whatever you do not crash hard. Bye for now.